holiday season can be a wonderful time for all. Unfortunately, there are numerous hazards that need to be discussed in order to make sure that this season is also a safe one for your companion bird. Before highlighting some of the potential toxins that you can find in your home during the seasonal holidays, it's important to mention that you should definitely have at hand a recent contact list for emergency phone numbers, as well as your first aid arsenal, and most important, have a scale so that you can continue to monitor the weight of your bird during the holiday season. The holiday season also comes with a lot of different decorations that we use in our homes. So it's very important that you have an accurate list of toxic plants, especially if you're using some of the common poinsettias that can be toxic to numerous different animals in your home. We also have to mention now the safety tips regarding the traditional Christmas tree. The natural Christmas tree may have some pesticides, and or the artificial tree might be sprayed with the artificial snow. And so these are things that need to be considered because we don't recommend your companion parrot to come anywhere near close to these items. Now, a lot of the decorations will also include some lighting, and so you must make sure that your birds with their hooked bills don't come into contact to any of these electrical power supply cords that you might be using around your home. Now, additional to that, you want to make sure that if you're using anything such as artificial scents or scented candles, which are very popular during the seasonal holiday, that these are actually parrot safe. Okay, now whether you're using a fireplace in your home to actually heat your home like we do here in Canada, or you're actually using some of these fire logs, artificial fire logs or compressed material fire logs to bring a scent into your home, you need to make sure that these are actually bird friendly. And so you can definitely have a reference that's already on our harry.ca website that was actually featured in our Parrot Life magazine number 4. And here we have a complete list, it's not complete, but it's pretty thorough, of some of the most common artificial logs that we found on the market. And so you can actually see that the Java log is actually probably one of the safest that you can use around your birds. The holiday season is most likely the time when a lot of guests will be visiting your homes. And so this is usually also the time when we're going to be thoroughly cleaning our kitchens and our bathrooms. And so just to review a few of these, because a more thorough list is actually up on our website in edition number 5 of Parrot Life magazine, where we have a more thorough description of some of these products that can be lethal to your birds. But just to review the most common ones, most definitely, we have to talk about the oven cleaner. The oven cleaner is probably the most dangerous product that we use in our homes, and when or if you have to use it, make sure that your bird is actually out of the home while you're using this product. Another one that is less commonly known to be quite toxic is the products that are used for tile cleaning. And so basically anything that's not recommended to be used around a pregnant woman should never be used around your birds while they're in your home. And so this is something that we don't recommend. Another product that we've seen over the years to be quite toxic is when we're actually protecting our furniture upholstery with stain guard protection sprays. And these can be extremely toxic to your bird. So make sure that you review all of these potentially toxic home cleaners and that you're using bird-friendly alternatives, especially during the holiday season. Numerous guests will probably be sharing various meals in our home during the holiday season. And also, perhaps a lot of cooking will be going on. Whether this cooking is done in your home or it's brought to your home, we must ensure that all the guests are aware of potentially toxic food items that should not be offered to your companion bird. In saying that, we must also ensure that the cooking utensils that we're using are not coated with Teflon, and if they are, that they are never allowed to burn without food in them, which is a very scary thing in our French-Canadian culture, where raclette has become extremely popular, and often food items are left inside the device without any food cooking in them, while guests are having amazingly animated discussions and a little bit of wine. So it's very important during this holiday season that everyone pays attention and they're made aware of all the potential toxics in your home associated with cooking or food items. Or climb onto somebody's shoulder, and then a few hours later someone recognizes that there's missing a part of their earring. This can be extremely deadly for a bird, especially if ingestion causes impaction or causes toxicity. And so accessorizing ourselves for the holidays is very important if you're going to be holding or handling your bird. And most importantly, you have to be very diligent if you're allowing your bird to actually step onto a guest that also has some questionable jewelry. Now, in addition to the jewelry, we also have to make sure that people are not using any types of toxic sprays in their hair or an exaggeration amount of cologne and then actually getting in contact with your bird's feathers. So it's very important that people wash their hands. If people come to your home and they're actually smokers, that they're not actually handling your birds afterwards with any nicotine on their hands. Basically the same tips that we're usually giving to every bird owner, but we're trying to be a little bit more diligent during the holiday season, as many of our guests are not aware of the potential dangers associated with these things. And so we leave you with this final tip. We all know how important it is for your feathered companion to partake in all of the different family events and greet and meet some of these wonderful family members and friends that will be sharing this holiday season in your home. But remember that you must be very respectful here for your bird's needs. And so don't forget that they require a lot of sleep and some time out. And this is probably the most important time of the year to be using the separate sleeping quarters that you've made very safe for your birds to retire to. On this note, we're wishing you a fantastic holiday season. And we're definitely going to be back with more Harry Clips in the new year.